All right, I'm gonna try to muster one more. We are here and we're gonna look at, I'm gonna do four stocks on this one. I'm gonna look at AI, Palantir, BTAI, and KSCP. All right. Really quickly, AI and Palantir have made some fantastic recoveries. I think both of them are very much tied to how the NASDAQ has played over the last 2 weeks. But really, I mean, AI, you can see is just over, not even just over, has now basically taken the 20 moving average. Obviously, tomorrow's confirmation will be key. All right, you're going to hear me say that a couple times, but doing something once is nice. Doing something multiple times is where we like our money. You know what I mean? So, but AI and Palantir both have some really interesting things and very similar things going on. BTAI and KSCP, they just came in. These are viewer requests. I'll be honest with you, I looked at KSCP and I like that one. I actually think that one might go from 60 cents to a buck 50 if things play out well. So I'm excited for that one. And look, BTAI, it's funny, I thought it was an AI stock before I looked at the this area right here. I think it's like biotech or therapeutic or some shit. But yeah, it's definitely a bottom feeder swing. Wow, I am too sick to say that, but yeah, actually, I want to talk about these four. This makes me feel good when I'm so sick. You know what I mean? But hey, before we go any further, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines. Looks like there is a trend line here as well. I'll probably get rid of that. We'll see what that thing's doing. But yeah, I do some stuff manually. We do some of the computer generated numbers. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this thing on the internet, comment good or bad, like this video, even thumbs down him. I'm sure it does some decent things to the YouTube algorithms. But hey, anything you can do really does help me out. But I swear, if you do nothing but watch this, just thank you so much for your time, okay? So look, let's talk about AI. And yeah, I was a little worried for sure. I actually thought we were going to come down a little closer to the 50 moving average than we did. But again, I kind of started the video by saying it, all right? NASDAQ, the NASDAQ composite, came down and then beautifully bounced on the 20 moving average. And really it all kind of happened on the 26th and 27th, right? In my opinion, that is what this did as well, right? And really it's very much not my opinion. You can actually see that's pretty much what happens here, right? So I think a lot of this really was NASDAQ driven. I am surprised it didn't go from the 20 to the 50, but I think literally the V that we saw on NASDAQ makes sense here, right? So but yeah, where are we at? Look, we are over the 8, we're over the 20, and this green, red, green, right? So tomorrow, excuse me, tomorrow's confirmation definitely matters a lot. I would hate to come back down to like 38.50. But yeah, if we can close at, yeah, even 40.90, shit, just give me a flat 41, even a little lower than that. I think this is about 50% candle right here, give or take. So like 40.75 is actually not too bad. It will look like a little bit of a doji, but like that actually wouldn't be bad. This would be even better, right? 42 would get us into this candle. And like I said, that 40.90 number I think wouldn't be bad either. But at this point, it really seems like we're going to want to come to 46. And look, I remember saying this, okay? This channel, and man, it pretty much did it. But going from the 34 to the 50 should have been easy because all it was just a hard red, green, red. I'm hoping green, back up to here. And for real, if this thing can break that 50 number, man, that there's a good little up right here. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am liking this a lot. I even think that this line right here is worth drawing. I think this would be a very interesting place to average up. All right. I think if we can get over this candle, it'll matter a little bit more than this one. And look, that's basically 50% of this one as well. So I think 43 might be a really interesting place to average up to take it to 50. I think this 50 line is going to be, we'll see how difficult it is, because I'm actually really liking the MACD and RSI. RSI is pretty low. Again, running from 40 to 50 might take that from the 40 back up to the 90, but yeah, I like this, man. I really, really do. I think there's a lot of good things happening. And yeah, for real, I think breaking 43 should be a pretty easy ride up to that 50 line. So that 50 line has stopped us once. I don't even know if we actually, yeah, we haven't even touched it actually, right? So we got close, but yeah, couldn't quite get into the 50s at all even, right? But I like this. I really, really do. MACD stayed positive during it all. That's definitely a nice upward curve. Still positive, like I said. Weird that the RSI is going down, but hey, whatever. And just look, give me a little bit more volume, right? Get me over that 50 line, and I think this would make that really good move. So tomorrow's confirmation really matters a lot. We never lost the 8 on the weekly either. I love it. Look at this thing, just bouncing, 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 right? Like 8 moving average is good on the daily. It's good on the weekly. It's a powerful line if it's your friend. So liking AI a lot. Palantir, again, the exact same V, just different slope, right? Still comes down. Looks like the 26th, looks like the 25th was kind of the bottom for this one, right? But again, basically to the 26th red, after the 26th is green. If you skipped ahead, you'll see that NASDAQ down to the 26th red, up to the 20 after that green, right? So I do think a lot of the Palantir resurrection was NASDAQ related. I do wish we got over this 20 line a little more definitively. Don't get me wrong, I'm really glad we're over the biggest candle to the left. That is an important thing to me. Obviously, these are big ones, don't get me wrong, but sitting right here, I'm glad we're over this one, right? And you know, that puts us right there. We're obviously still over the 20 moving average and the 8 as well, right? But yeah, it wasn't a very hard one, but green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 right? Hopefully we're going to come back to this 1661. And then what's after? Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, my God. All right, so hold on. What is this actual 1660? I'm setting an alert for 1661. All right, 1661. Man, from there, it's just a hard, maybe that thing will do something, all right? I don't think so. I think this whole red, 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 red might get eaten all the way to that thing right there. I think a 1660 run to 21 is actually pretty likely. I do. Because again, kind of the same things I was saying with AI. I'm liking where the MACD and RSI are. I like that we never dropped the negative. I like that we're starting to curve. I like that we went from such a super high 90, 80s, 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 9, right? Like down to a good healthy 40. Let's go back up and stay in the 90s and 80s again, right? So I'm liking Palantir. I like that it looks like what AI is doing. Yeah, these are good. And again, if you're not in already, I would wait for this to get in. And hey, if you're in this already, I would very much consider averaging up if we break 1660 and it still looks strong. You know what I mean? So averaging up is something people don't talk about enough, man. I wish people did. And believe me, there's nothing better than putting more money into something that you know is going up. You know what I mean? Not that we know. Nothing is known, right? But again, BTAI. Did I look at the weekly? I don't think I looked at the weekly here. Yeah, monster weekly, right? We break the 100. We don't even come down to it. We just use the 8 and bounce. And look, just like AI, we still have not lost the 8 on the weekly. So a lot to like on the daily, a lot to like on the weekly. Palantir, AI, both doing very well. BTAI. So again, I saw the AI at the end. I assumed that this was an AI and it was going to fit. Obviously it doesn't, but hey, whatever, right? So this is a healthcare biotech. Maybe the biotech part is this biotech AI. That'd be really funny if that's where they got the letters from. But nonetheless, right? Red, 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 green, 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 green. Look, I think this thing's going to want to go to 13, right? This thing is 1290. Where are you post-market? You're going down right now. But I think it will be very hard to get over this 1290 because again, before the drop, this thing seems like Yeah, it made a decent run right there. Shit, it actually made let me back up. I don't know what this stock looks like. I forgot I should have done that in the beginning. All right, it's not that old. And relatively speaking, it's been over the moving averages almost as long as or just about even with being under. So this thing actually does know how to do some stuff. I'm imagining something either got rejected or I have no idea what made this drop happen. It doesn't seem like the market agreed with this drop, but again, red is a very easy green, all right? And before the noise, all right, coming to this day before, the volume was only 600K. You can see it over there in the box towards the bottom, all right? 600K. Day before that, 700K. Day before that, 600K. Day before that, 1 million. That's cool. All right. All of a sudden, we're in the 35 millions, in the 10 millions, in the 10 millions, in the 30-ish millions. Like, this is very, very different from literally any of the volume that this stock knows. All right. So I'm actually a little curious of what is making this happen. If there is, I really would appreciate some info here for sure. But again, technically speaking, coming to 1290 makes sense. Breaking 1290 might be hard, but yeah, if it does, it's gonna come to like 1730 is what this number is, right? So what I'll do for me, because again, I'm not in this, I'm going to set an alert for 1296. 1296. Okay. 1296 puts me a few pennies, enough pennies above that 8 moving average, right? Gives me 6 cents above that green line. Yeah, if you do that and the charts look good, why not? Because, hey, that's a low RSI. That thing's only in the 30s, all right? Even if it only comes up to like 60 or 70, whatever, that's still a good run it could make, you know? Volume is actually going up still. Yeah, I'm curious to say the least. And again, yeah, this weekly looks like a lot of recovery, right? Gives you that 17 number I just mentioned on the daily for that 20 right now, right? But I'm not sure we break 1290. I would set that as like a good, you know, stop sell right there, like limit sell, like let's get rid of some profit right there. But yeah, if that breaks, that's where I'd enter and hopefully try to capture right there. But interesting stock to say the least. But look, end of the day, when a stock drops this hard, it's what I call a bottom feeder swing. All right, this is nothing but red, all the way to green, basically to the first line. You know what I mean? So that's the goal there. KSCP. I like this, all right? I actually really do, because, again, what do? Break the 8, go to the 20. Break the 20, go to the 50. Break the 50, go to the 100. We're at the 100, right? And the cool thing is it made the run, it failed, it recovered, right? Breaking this line right here, the 70, is pretty much what I would assume the 100 is going to come down to tomorrow. I'm going to set an alert for 72 cents. I think 72 cents would be a really nice alert, because look at that, from here all the way to here is pretty much nothing but red, green, right? Like, this is a big line to get over, because yeah, all I see from there to basically here is just red, green, red, hopefully green, all the way basically to the 200 moving average, right? So I would love to know if we're over the 100. Just look at this thing though, okay? The 100 is relatively new. We've only had a little bit of moment here. Otherwise, this thing's been a very difficult line. So I'm not sure we're breaking it tomorrow. I for sure want to know if we get over it tomorrow. You know what I mean? So interesting stock. And again, volume's picking up. I don't know what it is. This thing spiked. It died. Hey, it'd be cool if it spikes again, especially if it spikes after it breaks the 100, right? So that would be the goal here. But yeah, this is an interesting one for sure. Ooh, juicy weekly. Over the 20, obviously next place we're going to want to go is the 50, right? Break the 8, go to the 20, break the 20, go to the 50. That's how this works, right? So interesting 2 tickers to end this on. So hey, this is all I got. I enjoyed making these. I'm hoping to keep going. Appreciate your time so much.